Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching CNXG. Today is a Q&A video that's every single Monday. And I'm answering your guys' questions from the last Q&A video, which was last Monday. And any questions you guys have, go down below and ask me and I'll answer them next Monday. I want to welcome all new subscribers. Channel's growing really fast. It's great. Welcome everybody. Please ask any questions you have and I'll try to answer everything, okay? How this works, just to kind of go over this because some people are still confused, and that's okay. Any questions you guys have, just ask me in the comment section, but it has to be this video, the very last video. I don't go searching back on other videos and not different videos. It's Q&A and the very last one. These come out every Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific time, and just ask your questions and you just wait till the next video next Monday and I answer them. Then when your new questions, just go down below and ask again, and I answer next Monday, okay? Our channel is at 9,000 subscribers, so good job, everybody. Congratulations, everyone, because it's really cool. This Q&A video I've been doing this, I don't know exactly, but I know it's been over a year, and you guys, this is so interactive. You guys are asking me questions, I'm answering them. You guys go down in the comment section. You guys are conversing with each other. A lot of you guys have been with me from the beginning, and I want to thank you. And you guys have been watching me grow. I've been able to watch you guys grow, and it's been really, really neat. It's been awesome. So I just think this is really cool. Let's keep this thing going and see where it takes us. The only thing I ask you guys, ask questions. Please leave your location. Please just tell us all where you are. You don't have to be specific. Tell us the country, the hemisphere, something to give us an idea. Because I got this map back here to show that, this stuff is everywhere. We're not alone. It's not just country or region, or it's humans. It's society everywhere, all around the world. So, we just want to know where you're from. So please give your locations. Thank you. So let's get started. First question is from Nikki from Chicago. Hello, Nikki. How does a narcissist feel when you go no contact and reject their Hoover? Well, Nikki, these people have massive insecurities, tons of shame. Okay, I don't care what they project to you. They feel like they're bad people, and they don't ever want to be reminded of it. They're a wounded little child, and they're an emotional, 2-year-old, and they can't handle it, just like a kid can't. They don't have much sense of self or who they are. So any kind of rejection, they just can't take it, okay? So they feel like bad people. Really, really, it's one of the worst things you can do to them. And, they'll take it different ways. Some of them might isolate and be depressed. Some of them will go out and start abusing people or abusing themselves, usually what they do. Sometimes after something like this, they may start getting into drugs or drinking, okay? Thank you, Nikki. I hope that helps. Jeannie. Hello, Jeannie. I have been having horrible dreams again about him. Does this ever stop? Well, Jeannie, time heals a lot, but it's not everything. It's about what you do, Jeannie. So, dreams are the one thing that kind of stick the longest. They really do. I had nightmares for years, but they taper out. Notice how they're getting longer in between before they reoccur. And, anything that we're afraid of, Jeannie, I always recommend to really observe it, hold it close to you, see what it is, see why, instead of what we're used to doing, push it away, hide it, suppress it, ignore it, So if you're having dreams, nightmares, there's something bothering you, okay? There's something bothering you. Your brain is bothered with something. There's issues. I don't know who you're talking to about this, Jeannie, but I hope that you're getting some kind of interactional feedback, some kind of talk therapy at some kind with somebody, okay? You really need it. You need support. You need guidance. You need direction. And you need someone to tell you it's okay, all right? And, a lot of this is trauma to our brains. So how do we help trauma? We give ourselves a really nice environment, okay? Try and change your environment. I tell people a lot, after you split apart with an abuser, we don't want to be reminded of this. We have all kinds of emotional triggers. And, you know, we tell you guys don't drive past their house and don't contact them and things like this. But change everything. You know, I tell people, move, go on vacation, redecorate your house, move your furniture, start over. Things that just don't, that remind you of these bad things, try not to. Okay? But most of all, Jeannie, things are bothering you, deal with them. Okay? We're used to dealing with stuff, like I said, pushing it away, suppressing it, ignoring it. You can't do that. It's time to deal with it. Time to deal with emotions correctly. And do that with someone else. Do that with support, okay? And if you could find a professional that's good at this, way better off. All right, Jeannie? This isn't, you know, you don't want to bother friends and family all the time with all of our deep emotional issues. Sometimes we need professionals to do that with, okay? Thank you, Jeannie. Good luck. Irene from Ukraine. Hello, Irene. Discovering narcissism, I also realized my ex is bipolar. Can he have both? Technically, yes. Okay? They're different things. You can have both. My suggestion, and I'm not a doctor, I don't know, but what I have seen, okay, is if you're worried about a personality disorder, if they're displaying personality disorder traits of the cluster B, but they've been diagnosed bipolar, look into borderline personality disorder. I have videos about this. Go ahead and watch mine, watch others. Read about it, okay? The reason I say that is bipolar is the most common misdiagnosis for borderline, okay? It's just the way things work, and it's really common. So a lot of people that are diagnosed with bipolar are, in fact, have borderline personality disorder. The traits are amazingly, remarkably close, but they are not the same at all, because bipolar is not a personality disorder. Bipolar is easier treated, easier to manage, okay? So look into borderline, and I bet you'll find that they might be borderline, okay? Thank you. But technically, yes, you can have both. What, C. Forrest from Europe, hello. What other identifying narcissistic personality disorder traits would you add to the 9 in the DSM? Good question. I didn't really give this much thought, but without being specific, one thing that I would love if I could do this, but you know, what needs to be done, guys, is you say that a lot of us have experience with therapists, and we say that they don't understand, they don't know, they don't know what's going on. They're taught about personality disorders, but you have to understand, doctors treat the patient in front of them. So if you come in, they are not going to sit and talk about too much about other people that aren't in front of them. They are going to try and diagnose other people in front of them. The other thing is they aren't, education doesn't teach you too much experience. So they don't understand too much that what the damage is caused by narcissists. And I'm talking about the emotional damage. So we have behavioral traits of narcissism. And these come from the DSM. That's a diagnosis manual for doctors to diagnose narcissists. Okay? They're not observing the behavior or abuse or damage that they're causing to people around them. All right? So without me giving much specific thought, trying to add one more trait, what needs to be done and what needs to be explored and examined is the damage caused by the abuse, by emotional abuse from narcissists, okay, from abusers. And that's what's really important. And if doctors can learn this, they can start healing this. Okay? Sorry, I mean, I didn't have much time to really give much thought, or I guess I could come up with one more trait, but I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Instead of criteria, because we know what a narcissist is now. Instead of coming up with more criteria for what they are, I like to explore what they do, the damage they cause, okay? Thank you. And go ahead and you guys add in some more, whatever you think, because there are more traits, aren't there? There's more things these people do that aren't in the DSM, of the 9 that are listed. Add some more yourself, guys. Beth. Hello, Beth. I've been trying to get my ex, soon-to-be husband, his belongings back, but never a response from him. Is there another way to handle this? Well, Beth, you know, it depends on your husband. If he's not one to make big fights and try and sue you and all this stuff, then I take their stuff and I put it in a dumpster and I take a picture of it and I send it to them. So they know for a fact you don't have it anymore. So they can't call you back in 5 years. Like what happens, what they do. Call you back in 5 years, now they want their box of stuff. But there can be problems. They can accuse you of doing whatever to their crap, you know. Suggestion? Do you know where he lives? Get a U-Haul, pick it all up, dump it on the driveway. Videotape it so you have evidence you didn't damage anything. Videotape your empty house that you took everything from. Videotape what's left in the house. Videotape all his stuff and document and list it down, his stuff on the driveway. A lot of work, but if you're really worried about it, that's something you can do. Okay? My advice could get you in some trouble, throwing it in the dumpster. But, you know, that's up to the individual. That's up to your husband. What's he like? If you really want to wash your hands of this nice and clean and be careful and not have to deal with this guy ever again, get rid of his stuff. Trust me. However you do it, get rid of his stuff. You don't want it in there because he just has a foot in the door. Okay? And Beth, you seem like a nice person. It seems like you're more than willing to hold that stuff for him for 5 to 10 years till he decides, you know what I mean? So get rid of it. However you have to do it, get rid of it. If you can use the lawyer, you know, put it on the drive, tell the lawyer, have the lawyer make arrangements, something. But if you notice, if he keeps playing these games, he's doing it for a reason, not just because he just isn't ready to, or doesn't have room for his stuff yet. You know, he's keeping you on layaway, you know, until he's ready to come back. So get rid of it, okay? That's one suggestion. 2 suggestions I gave, okay? Thank you. Good luck. I also made a video on narcissist and belongings, or belongings and the narcissist, something like that. Didn't make it too long ago, a couple weeks ago. You'll see it down there. That might help. It's a little more information. Mary from North California. Hello, Mary. I'd like to know your take on hypnotherapy as a tool in CPTSD recovery. Well, I've never gone through it, so I couldn't tell you any personal experience with it. I know somebody that does it. They say they get good results. The thing is, Mary, is this, like many other things, it's a supplement. It's not in place of therapy. And that's what all of you need to realize, okay? There are no quick fixes, right? This takes tons of time. You have damage to your brain. You need to repair it. And what you need to do is we're reordering our brain over again. We're starting over again. And we're going to help our heartbeat and our breathing and how we interact with people and our reactions and our emotions and feelings. So just hypnotherapy, absolutely, I'm going to stand by and say that isn't enough. It won't work. To ask me, will it? Your question is, how is it as a tool? Well, like I said, a supplement, something along with therapy. Somebody asked me about rapid eye movement therapy. You know, by itself, no. Along with it, sure. I haven't heard horrible things. So, you know, anything like that's worth a try. I think the fact that you're doing something for yourself is also so positive, so good. You know, it's just I'm doing what I can. I'm trying. I'm working towards this. And I'm doing it with somebody else that's helping me. All good things. All good things. But not in place of therapy. You need therapy for a while. You need guidance, direction. You need someone there to help you. Okay? Thank you, Mary. Kawana from Nashville. Hello, Kawana. Can you do a video on narcissist and borderline stalking and how dangerous stalking can be and why they do it? Yes, Kawana. I think the videos are done for this week, but watch for it next week, all of you, because this is huge, huge. This has affected me in my life. This affects me now. You know, I have tons of people stalking me. I have tons of people interfering with my life. I have people I do not know, never have met, never had any exchange with, that are trying to destroy my life, that have been attacking my family, that have been attacking my girlfriend, that have been talking bad about me, my dog, my job, my girlfriend, my family, every single thing I do, false accusations, basically just throwing shit and trying to hurt me and trying to destroy my life. And it's cyberbullying, it's stalking, it's slander, it's libel, it's just disgusting abuse. And I am going to constantly make videos about this, constantly. I've made many videos about smear campaigns and flying monkeys, and I'm not going to stop, and I'm going to keep doing it so that this kind of behavior is identified immediately. Because there are some sick people out there that use a little smile and use a little charm, and they sit there and abuse people, okay? And it's just disgusting, and they can go do that, okay? But the fact is in this community, you have people that really need help, and they're lost and confused, and they don't know what's going on, and they get sucked in by this abuse because they're used to abuse, okay? So this is gross, and this is nasty, and it's a huge problem on the rise. Slander, libel cases from the internet have skyrocketed, and it's going to even be so much bigger, it's not even funny, all right? And as we are all on the internet, we know what, cyberbullying is. And to tell you the truth, stalking, do you know that most of us have been stalked, and most of us don't ever know it? And it's not a fun feeling, okay? When you have people that you do not know at all, and you see the kind of nasty stuff they're capable of, because the stuff they display publicly, they don't care. They don't care what they say. They don't care how they treat people. They don't care about anything. So imagine someone like this has been obsessed with you, and you see that they're searching for you and Googling for you, and they're contacting your family, loved ones, stuff like that, and you don't know what they're going to do next. I never know what these people are going to do. It's sick. It's sick. And they display it publicly, and they just call it something else. Oh, I can do whatever I want. Oh, it's not that. Well, yes, it is. Yeah. It's smear campaigns, it's stalking, it's bullying, it's libel, it's slander, it's smearing, it's just nasty. So, Kawana, your answer is yes, I will. Probably next week, and I will continue this forever. Continue this forever, because we all experience this, and this kind of behavior needs to be identified and needs to be stopped. Okay? Thank you. Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. I've grown too fond of being single and alone. Is this unhealthy? Well, sometimes being single and alone is healthy, depending on what we need, what we want. That's what we listen to. Problem is, Vanessa, is being single and alone is the worst thing for us, ever. You have to understand, CPTSD, period, okay? Lots of neglect, lots of missed out social interactions with our parents. Absolute necessary interactions that we missed out on with our parents. Things that we absolutely expect. Not just need, expect. We didn't get it, okay? We missed out on a lot of that stuff. So, that's what we need to do. We need to go out and socialize, interact, touch people, look at people in the eyes. Hug people, say I love you, okay? That's the healthiest thing for us. So to not do that is unhealthy. To isolate all the time is extremely unhealthy. All of us, every single one of us, needs society. We're dependent on society. Every single one of us has emotional needs, and we need other people, okay? We need other people. We need attachment. We need security in that attachment. And we all seek attachment, okay? Even disordered people, don't they? So, Vanessa, I'm not scaring you or trying to scare you or being hard on you. I'm telling you, worst thing you can do, okay? Worst thing you can do. This is a problem with our emotions and social skills and emotional intelligence, stuff like this. And we learn all of this through relationships with people, through relating with people. Relating with people teaches us affect regulation, how to feel, how to act, okay? Simple facial gestures. You need to see these, okay? So get out there. Push yourself, Vanessa. I tell everybody, you want life to be interesting, find your interest. Once you find your interest, you will find friends. Okay? Good luck, Vanessa. And thank you. Okay, last question for part 1. From Thanos from Pennsylvania. Hello. Can bipolar be comorbid with a cluster B personality disorder? Can schizophrenia also be comorbid with a cluster B personality disorder? Yes, on all accounts. Yes. And this is just what psychologists would say. And this is, they're different things and they can be comorbid. Borderline is very, very commonly comorbid with other things. Okay? So it can be comorbid with bipolar. It can be comorbid with schizophrenia. Schizophrenia and borderline are very closely linked together. Almost always, when I have a client that dated a borderline, I'll ask them, did that borderline have some schizophrenia in his family? Yep. Yep. Dad talked to himself. Grandma was diagnosed schizophrenic. Uncle Bobby was schizotypal. All very common in the same family. And can all be comorbid, diagnosed together. Okay? That's not my personal opinion. That's just what it is in the world of psychology, okay? Thank you, Thanos. Hope that helps. That's the end of part 1. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Stay tuned for part 2. If you could, get this information out there for people who need it by putting it in social media and groups and forums and put it in a playlist. All that stuff helps. Let me know how I'm doing by voting, thumbs up or down. Please give me a comment and ask questions. I'll answer them in the next Monday, okay? Thank you, guys. Love yourself first. See ya in part 2. Bye-bye.